Hi guys, welcome back to Pitch Intel, and this is my pre-match analysis for Nigeria versus Gabon. For those who do not know, this is a World Cup qualification match. The other teams have already qualified, and this is like a playoff where Nigeria would be facing Gabon tomorrow, and Congo would also be facing Cameroon later on in the day, where both winners would now play each other on the 16th, just so that we can know who is going to represent the continent of Africa in the intercontinental playoff to be held in Mexico. Right now, things are not really going smoothly in the Super Eagles camp, though that's going to be a separate video. But this video is strictly for the pre-match analysis. Just looking at this text here. Nigeria actually have the upper hand. We've met Gabon 9 times, even though the last time we met them was 2005, which Nigeria actually won 2-0. So we've met them in AFCON qualifications, we've met in World Cup qualifications, won 5 times, drew 3, and lost once. The loss should have, I think it came in 1989. Yeah, it should be 1989. So we do have a historical claim, to this match. But looking at the game on ground, Gabon are actually a very drilled team. They take their chances. They play a strict 4-3-3 formation, and if you know what that means, they are all out for the attack and they are all out for the defense as well. So it is not a game when the Super Eagles should go all out and try to gamble or look down on the opposition, because right now this particular opposition are actually on top form. Ivory Coast struggled to win them once at home and drew away when they went to Gabon to play. And Gabon have actually trashed a whole lot of people. Trashed Seychelles 4-0, trashed Guinea-Bissau 2-0, though you wouldn't really compare, the level of competitiveness. Okay. But Nigeria, we have much more experienced players. The fact that we have Victor Osimhen alone in our team is going to get them really scared. Who do they have? I can list a few names there, but I can only recognize Lemina because he played in Southampton. He also played in Wolves. Currently playing with Victor Osimhen in Galatasaray, and I've watched him in Galatasaray. He's doing really, really well for himself. He's a midfield maestro. And Aubameyang is in top form as well in France. He's doing well, even though he's aged at the moment, but he's quite old. But he's still on top class form. But we have Osimhen. We have Tolu. We have Iwobi. We have youngings, that can do it. We have much more experienced players that are playing at a very top class level. Only thing that's giving me a little bit of concern is the fact that we've not trained properly. We've not synchronized as a unit. Even though they had a squabble recently regarding bonuses, which has now been trashed. I'm going to trash that in my other video, which I'm going to deal with that fair and square. But for now, I'm predicting the Super Eagles to win this match 2-0. Comfortable 2-0 victory. First goal in the first half, come to the second half and seal it. 2-0. Clean. Then we move into the next phase. And I do believe we'll win Gabon, no doubt about that. My only fear is if we now go into the finals to face Cameroon. Even though we aged them in the last AFCON, which I believe we can do it again, but Cameroon are still a really tough nut to crack, especially in competitive games like this. The World Cup is at stake for them as well. They've got great players. But now it's not time for Cameroon. Now it's time for Gabon. And I do believe that we would do well. Though Sheme Ajayi would not be playing this first leg because he had, accumulated yellow cards. But hopefully he can come in and, do the job. And I want the coach. Now, Eric Chell, I want you to, line up in the similar fashion that you lined up versus Benin Republic. Now, in as much as Lookman is back, and you might be forced to go back to the 4-3-3 formation, but I believe that the 4-4-2 we play gave us a midfield solidity. When you play Chukwueze on the right midfield and you play Simon on the left midfield, that was really balanced because both of them, can drift wide and play as wingers and can also come back into the midfield to play compact. You can use, that's what Arteta does. You can use the 4-4-2 as the out of possession shape, and you can then move 4-3-3 when you are in possession as well. When you are in possession, even when you are out of possession as well. So it's a situation whereby, we I want us to stick to that formation, and I'm happy that we've brought in Ejuke, into the team now. And I wish that Chel would play this guy because he's got traits. He's really really dangerous. He's got the dribble, he's got the pace, and I watch Sevilla. He's an amazing player. He's a great talent. Let's bring him into the fold. Let Juki come into the fold. Osimhen number 9 as always, and the supporting striker Tolu cannot support Osimhen. We've seen that. We've seen that. So Akor can do it. So just stick to the 4-4-2 that worked previously, and you would come out flying. Because these guys are going to play 4-3-3, and they've been playing 4-3-3 for ages. You just tried the 4-4-2 in the game against Lesotho, and it worked. And you brought it into the Benin game, and it worked. So I would suggest you stick to that style. That is what is going to win us this game. All right. So I'm gonna catch you guys after the game tomorrow. Yeah, and hopefully we will be preparing for the next game versus either Congo or Cameroon. But I would love to play Congo. All right. Thank you very much, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Bye.